Alrighty. If you're here for a reason. Do not doubt that. Okay? The fuck? My bad, sorry. Alright, so this is for my people that would like some guidance with me. Guidance on, not if we're on the right path, because we are on the right path. We'd like some guidance on whether or not we should be in this present moment. Not like as in dead or alive, but like I feel like there's something that needs to be said in the silence. So somehow, is it fruitful to continue sitting in the silence? And if not, what should we be focusing on? We'd like some guidance in order to protect our peace. And even though sometimes it doesn't go our way, we understand that. So we just like to know if there's anything else that we can do at the moment. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, angels, for another day of living. Thank you, everybody that's been in my corner, especially my viewers on here. I don't know how to think about it. I don't know how to say this, but it's more of like, you guys are always in my heart, okay? You guys are always in my thoughts. You guys are always in the back of my mind, because like it feels like I carry the weight of the world. And if you resonate with that, just remember that, like, check yourself. Is this weight of the world really yours to carry? Is this responsibility a burden? Or is it a responsibility that you pushed onto yourself that's been created to be a burden, you know? And sometimes we're not meant to carry, okay? Sometimes we're not even meant to carry our own problems, okay? We give it to God, we give it to Source, we give it to universe, you know? We let them take care of us, because it's how it's supposed to be, okay? We surrender to God, you know, we ask him for miracles, but at the same time, when we surrender, it is the same thing as letting go, you know, letting it be for who it's gonna be, and you're the person that it's gonna be for, okay? So continue trusting in yourself, continue shining in the light that they gave you to shine in, okay? And I just want to say, my hair is super soft right now. I'm sure you cannot tell, but sometimes I like my hair, sometimes I don't. I don't even have a lot of it, but I really love it right now. I'd be telling myself, am I gonna shave it off? Am I gonna get bangs? Am I gonna just get a whole new color? Like, what am I gonna do? But I feel like protecting your hair is also very, very significant. And we don't want to do things out of just because, you know. And sometimes there's nothing wrong with that. Just do it. But yeah, I don't know. I'll be telling myself, yeah, maybe I should cut my hair just for that, like, big change, right? We kind of sometimes want to see those big changes start to arise in our physical world because we don't see it. Like I was speaking in my last video, but we'll see, okay? There's no doubt about it that we will see. All right. Thank you, angels and universe. Please show some guidance, whether that is if we should I stay or should I go? Sorry. Alright. I'm not gonna lie. This card, like, it doesn't scare me, but it kind of shifts my mood a little bit. You got the Emperor. One second. Alright. So the Emperor card is a card of leadership. He's like seated down with you see he has that in his hand. 1, 2 crown, his sword, I think, his armor, this color and this color. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But it's 2 different color cloaks on there, and with the mountain in the back and this like rock, it's like set in stone. Set in stone that you don't need to worry, okay? Set in stone that the surrender that you've done, the trust that you've done, it's not leading you on, because that's what it feels like. It's not leading you on at all, okay? It's not ignoring you. It's not making you feel intentionally unheard or unseen. It's letting you know that this masculine energy, whether it is in front of you, or this is the masculine energy, but the masculine energy that sits inside of you comes from passivity? What are you saying? It comes from God. It's like something else is trying to deceive you and thinking that it's not, but it's really from God. It's really telling you that when you surrender to Source, you know, you're not just trusting in Him, but you're fully surrendering to Him. You are kneeling down and you are bowing down, you know? And I feel like this kind of thing that is like with God, and like, for example, there's a lot of like intertwined, I don't know, but like tarot readings and God, it's like a lot of people have their own opinions on that, but it's all in this like belief that you put in it. It's not really like I don't know. I just think like tarot, you know, and astrology, it's like a scientific thing, you know, and this is to like give that confirmation, okay? God guides us in these ways to do these things, and you know, to pick up these activities, not only to show us, but then to be able to show you guys, okay? Like, this power stems from so much, and I know that you guys feel it because you have the power too. The power to help, the power to enlighten, and the power to uplift people. So it's like, when I put it, it's like wary of the unknown, right? But you see how confident and still he looks. Like, you might not see he's confident, but he has the power, he has his throne, the background is set in stone, and the items that he carries, he has his instruments, okay? Not only does he have his armor, but he has this cloak of softness onto him, you know, his beard of knowledge, and his crown of I want to say like gospel, but it's like he followed this word to be able to receive that crown. It was not gifted to him, it was rewarded, it was deserved. He earned that, okay? Just like you, okay? Just like you've earned the position to be here. You've earned the right to be here. You were picked, chosen, and meticulously crafted to be here, okay? So I think it's some time to not make any rational decisions, not jump into anything else right now. It's more like continue doing what you've been doing, whatever that is, whether that is for work or for your art or anything like that. Just continue doing it. And if there is that affliction of, I asked for this and it's not coming yet, it is not here for you yet, you know, remember that anything can change in 3 days, okay? 3 days. That is why, like, yeah, all of that, like the Bible story and everything, but like 3 days, and then even so far, like in 3 hours, in 3 minutes, like there's so much that could happen. Like, oh, so much. I think you should start to think about that, like what can happen in three days, okay? And then 3 hours, 3 minutes, okay? Like, it's insane. But while not making any, like, not making decisions like to, like, okay, let me tell you this, okay? Okay, this is actually crazy, okay? Last month, I knew I was gonna pay my rent, and I knew I was gonna get it done. Like, I spoke to God at the beginning of the month, somewhere in the beginning of the month, and I said, I surrender to the fact that you've allowed me to be here, and this will be said and done. I know my purpose is to be here, and, you know, I moved here in order to do all of this, you know, like, and because I'm so, like stagnant, you know, like I'm also restricting myself, putting limits on myself. But, you know, to have those good boundaries, positive, healthy boundaries, I'm also like thinking like, okay, like it's a lot anyways. But last month I put so much trust in God. I put so much trust in him that I got my rent paid. It was insane, okay? I'll tell you how it went. Let me finish this one more second, okay? With this Emperor card, it's continue sitting, okay? Sit with yourself. Whether that looks like listening to music and just listening to the music, or going on a walk like with no phone, just listening to the sounds. Even going outside and taking pictures of flowers, or taking pictures of the greenery or anything like that. Or it doesn't need to be anything hands-on or physical. Like, you could just lay, okay? Just lay and pray and thank God, and especially thank yourself, because this is inside of you. Have the energy of a masculine, and the masculine of this Emperor is so grand, like genuinely. Like, imagine yourself sitting there, okay? Imagine yourself being there. Imagine yourself being this Emperor. Alright? So that's that. As far as as far as uh as far as it goes to the story that I'm talking about, I trusted so much in God, and I trusted so much in the universe that I'm sorry I keep repeating myself. I'm like still so stunned that I'm just like, damn, like that actually happened. And so miracles can happen in many ways. You can find a big wad of cash in the middle of the street and it's gonna be all for you. Or you can get like you can talk to a person, right? And then they could lead you to this big money opportunity, or this big like job opportunity, or the job that you really, really wanted, whether it has to do with finances, business, art, you know, whatever thing that you want to do. It's like it can happen in mysterious ways, right? Anyways, last month I knew I was gonna pay my rent, you know, and I was like going through the month. I was doing everything that I was being told to do, and in a graceful way. It's not like because I'm being told, it's because I'm gonna do it. Like, I'm gonna do it because I like to do it and I want to do it, and at the same time I'm being told, and it's like this graceful opportunity of the universe, of God, and everybody, like my spirits and my angels and my ancestors, like they're all guiding me, right? But when I spoke to him, I let out and I released so much that there was no space to doubt, okay? There was absolutely no space to doubt. Zero, actually. And though when those doubts arise, I completely and utterly so fast and abruptly changed that fact, right? But so since I spoke to him at the beginning of the year, I mean, not the beginning, what am I saying? We had the conversation at the beginning of the month, okay? And on the month, I'm like still talking to him, like we're still communicating, all that. Like it's like this, like communication, this friendship. Like he is, like he is like he is the provider. Period. Okay. And I surrendered to the fact that he is a provider. He provides for us, and I let it happen, and I surrendered, and I let it happen in his hands, because I sit in his hands, right? So I had this immense amount of trust, and nothing was moving me, nothing was steering me from that. And I'm not saying nothing is moving me or steering me from that. It's just like the fact it needs to be talked about, right? So I'm like going through the month. I'm not like worried about what I'm doing, like it's gonna bring me money and this like long-term wise, like later on in the future, not a long time in the future, or very far into the future, but very soon, right? But because I was walking in this like, it's like immense amount of greed, but it's like the term that I use because I feel so much like I need to always give what I get to anybody and everybody. Like I only keep like a small percentage of it for me, and then everything else I'm so fast to give it away, you know, whether it is energy or good thoughts or money or things, you know, like. And I've changed my ways, you know. We have to be a little bit selfish in order to find that aspect of ourselves. Like we need to receive, and we need to be able to give to ourselves first and foremost, in order to be able to give to anybody, right? Anyways, the fact that the crazy part is I didn't have a physical job, okay? And like I don't know, like I did what I had to do, like not in like a weird way, guys. No, I didn't do none. Like I did all the side gigs that I had to do, all these like side jobs, I guess, and like eventually the money came in. And legit on the 30th, or I don't know what month, if there was a 31st on last month, I don't think there was on the 30th, like I received the money to do that. And I when I spoke to him, I was like, obviously, like I'm putting into account that to get like this certain amount of rent money, I need a certain amount of time. So I put that into the equation, and And like he made it happen. And when that happened, like I know I cried or something, but it was like I put this trust, and nothing moved me from that because I surrendered to him. And as the month like moved on, and I was able to pay my rent like exactly on time, I was like, God did. And I'm in this like wave right now of like I did like put this I guess it's weird, right? Because God is God, and like we surrender and he provides. But it felt, this time around, it felt like because I put like pressure on him, even though we can't really put pressure on him, like, you know, he knows everything, he feels everything. But it feels like because I depend on him, or have depended on him, it feels like I can't depend on him this time, right? But I'm wrong. I am wrong to think and believe that because I got a miracle and I got a gift this one time, like it can't happen again. And I rip myself away from even being reciprocated with that receiving, you know? Like I take that away from me by thinking that it can't happen again. Like I take that opportunity away, like it's, you know? And I'm glad I am being able to bring it to light, because I'm glad to know that I'm wrong, okay? And it's good to be able to see that, you know, respond to that in a healthy way, and not in anger or you know, like just spaz out like how I used to, you know? Like I would get so frustrated being wrong. And now I don't even feel that frustration at all. I'm like, damn, I was wrong. All right, amazing. Then I knew God got me, and I knew I surrendered. I knew I did all of this, and everything is in order. Everything is intact, you know? And with this Emperor card, it's just been set in stone that it will happen again. And this is the guidance to you, okay? Through thick and through thin, through waters of like, I'm feeling like, you know, because I love water. I love me some water. I love me some water. Like, but like it's like this thick paste that you could be walking, like mud, you know, like jelly water or something, you know? And it's like through all that, it's only to like to make you realize that you need to see your surroundings. You need to stop and not just like live a little, or like they're not really saying that, but it's like you have to go through that. You need to go through that, okay? Sometimes things just speed up on their own and you don't realize it. Sometimes you might be too abruptly doing things and you don't even realize it, you know? And like, to taint that fact, you start to doubt. You start to feel this grief of the loss that you've had before, but you haven't even received all the other miracles yet. You haven't even received the full gift, is what I'm hearing right now. And he's smiling at you. The universe is smiling at me. The universe and the angels are smiling at us. They're like holding us. We are in their thoughts and their prayers, and nothing can take that away from us. So, yeah, I think that's where the message ends. I do think that everything happens for a reason, so I hope this helps somebody, you know, get back into their little wave. And he's telling me that you need to understand. Oh shit. You need to understand that this time around, it is supposed to be easier. You're not supposed to work as hard. Oh my God, bro. I'm sorry, I'm a crier. Oh my God, I keep seeing like angel numbers. I was like 4 at first I saw 111 and then 444, but before that I saw 222. Anyways, the angels are here with us now, and The angels are with you, and don't doubt that, okay? Sit in it for a little bit, cry in it for a little bit, dance in it for a little bit, lay in it for a little bit, you know? You don't need to be excruciating in pain all the time, or forcing yourself to be in that pain and that agony just to, like, feel like what you get is what you deserve. Damn, that's fucking crazy. That is fucking crazy. You don't need to sit in agony and pain in order to feel like you deserve what is yours. Oh my gosh. Let me write this down. You don't need to be with agony and pain on purpose to feel like you deserve. You don't need to be with agony and pain on purpose to feel like you deserve what is already yours. Alright, my beautiful people, I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe, like, comment, and until the next video, I love you very much. Have a beautiful, magnificent day. Peace and love.